Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. How are you, sweeties? Welcome to our new math lesson. This lesson is about patterns for multiplication facts. As I know that you have excelled the multiplication tables and the division equations, now we are moving to a new lesson about the pattern in the multiplication fact. First of all, we need to know what do we want to learn through these lessons. The first thing that we need to understand and to excel is how to read a multiplication table, how to read those too many numbers. Okay, and the second thing is how to get the pattern that explain the movement between numbers in this table. Okay, so through these lessons we're gonna learn the pattern of number 0, of 1, of 2 and 4, of 3 and 6 together, and so on. Okay, so now let's start. Please open your book at page 237. Okay, and start by writing today's date on the top of the page, March 30th, 2020, and let's look closely to this table. This table contains numbers starting from 0 to 8, all right? And in the columns, we have also the same numbers from 0 to 8. And between them, there is a square called cross, which is times, which is a symbol of multiplication, all right? So, starting, if I want to make an equation through looking at this table, I will say that 0 times 0 equals 0. So all the unshaded squares are products. Let's move to another example. Let's look for 2 times 5. Where can I find 2 times 5? When I say here 2 times 5, how can I read it from the multiplication table I have in front of me? 2 is the first factor, so I look at the rows here. I look here at the rows. 2. 5 is the second factor, so I look at the columns here. All right, then I will move from 2 until I find the column of 5. Where do they meet? They meet in this square, which is 10. So this is the product of 2 times 5, which is 10. Great, excellent. Do you want to try another factors? All right, let's move to factor 4. 4 times, let's see, 4 times 4, 2. 4 times 4. You know the answer, but we need to see the answer on the table. 4 here, I will look at the rows 4, then I will look at the columns 4 right here. Okay, and let's move until they meet together. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Then here, where do they meet? right here in 16. So the 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, this is how we read a multiplication table. This is how we read a multiplication table. Now let's move to the problem above. Okay, we start reading. Max found 6 times 8 equals 48. He noticed that 6 times 4 plus 6 times 4 also equals 48. Okay, which is very much true. Use the multiplication table to find two other facts whose sum is 48. Now we need to find where is 48 in the multiplication table here. We can see 48 right here. And also we can see 48 right here. So we can see it two times. 48 here and 48 here. Alright? 48, he said that 48 is 6 times 4 and 6 times 4. Let's see. This is the row of 6. And where is 48? It's right here, so it is 8 and 6 as factors. They will give me the product of 48. Alright? Now, what is my turn? What I am asked to do here? I am asked to find factors like 6 or 8 that if I add the two facts will give me 48. Okay, now let's look at this row of 6, but I need to change the color to clarify the problem. 6 here. So I will look at the table. I will need to find two products. We agreed that all the unshaded numbers here, they are products. All right? So I will look here. Is 0 and 6 will give me 48? Never. 6 and 12 will give me, if I add them together, I will get 48? No, they will give me 18. So this is not a suitable answer. What do you think? Let's see. 18 plus what can give me 48? 18 and 30, they can give me 48. 18 is a product of what? 18 is a product of 6 and 3. So 6 times 3 will give me 18, right? And 6 times 5 will give me 30. 6 times 5. If I add the product of the first equation to the second equation, I will get number 48. Okay, so I can write it in a different way as we used to write it. 6 times 3, okay, plus 6 times 5, then we get 48. This is true for 6 as a factor. Let's see if I use 8 as a factor. Okay, this is not the only answer. There are too many answers. Let's try it. 12, if I add 12 to 36, I will get 48 too. 12 is 6 times 2, and 36 is 6 times 6. Both of them together will give me 48. And this is the same case if I add 6 to 42. I will get 48 too, but the factors will be different. I'm using 6 times 1 plus 6 times 7. These together will give me 48. And now let's move to 8 as a factor. Here I have 8. Now too many colors in the multiplication table. I'm sorry, but we have to. Okay, 8. I want two products that added together will give me 48. Those two products are 8 and 16, no. 8 and 24, never. 8 and 40, yes. 8 and 40, yes. Okay, so I will write it this way. 8 times 1, because 8 is here and 1 is up there. It's the column. 8 times 1 plus 8. 8 times 5 will give me 8 times 5 is 40, and 8 times 1 is 1, so 40 plus 1 plus 8 is 48. All right? Excellent. So I think now you are in the way of understanding better the multiplication table. All right, now let's move to the next page. We have Yolanda noticed that 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6. Okay, how can you explain this? How can we explain that 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6? The question here is, how is 2 related to 4? What's the relation between 2 and 4? The relation between 2 and 4 is, what's your answer? Come on. Yes, exactly. That 4 is the double of 2. 4 is the double of 2. 4 is the double of 2. Or I can say 4 is 2 groups. 4 is 2 groups of 2. Isn't it? Yes, it's 2 groups. Very strange writing. 2 groups of 2. Okay? And I noticed here that the 6 is the same in both equations. So the 6 is fixed. But what changes is the first factor, 4 and 2. Okay, let's read this. 4 is the double of 2, which is true. So 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6. Yes, exactly, because 4 times 6 is 24. And 2 times 6 is 12. So if I double number 12, it will give me 24, which is the fact of 4 times 6. Okay, now I want you to look at the highlighted rows in this table. Okay, what do you notice? What are your remarks about these two rows. Let's say that the product of any number multiplied by 4 is the double of the product of the same number multiplied by 2. How is that? 2 times 1 equals 2. 4 times 1 equals 4. So 2 and 4, they have relation together. If the factor is doubled, the product is doubled. If one of the factors is doubled, the product of this factor is doubled too. Let's see if it is true with 2 times 8. 2, if I look at 2 here, 2 times 5. Okay, 2 times 5 equals 10. And 4 times 5 equals 20. So when the factors here are double, 2 and 4, the product here is double too, 10 and 20. Alright? So properties can be used to understand the pattern and check if it always true. Okay, let's listen to this video to elaborate our understanding.
You can use a multiplication table to help you find patterns. How can you explain patterns in the multiplication chart? Think about this question during the lesson. Yolanda noticed that 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6. How can you explain this? How is 2 related to 4? What is the same in the facts 4 times 6 and 2 times 6?
He's giving you a chance to answer.
4 is equal to 2 groups of 2. In both facts, 4 times 6 and 2 times 6, one of the factors is 6. 4 is the double of 2. So 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6.
Exactly.
Properties can be used to understand a pattern and to find out if the pattern is always true. You can use the distributive property of multiplication to explain why 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6. What does the distributive property of multiplication say? The distributive property of multiplication says multiplication facts can be broken apart into the sum of other multiplication facts. Which is a correct way to use the distributive property with 4 times 6? Select your answer.
Okay, I will select for you. I can hear you saying 4 times 6 equals 2 times 6 plus 2 times 6. This is the distributive property.
Use the distributive property to explain why 4 times 6 is double 2 times 6. Look at the two highlighted rows. The product of any number multiplied by 4 will be double the product of that number multiplied by 2.
We'll try it. Come on.
How can you use the distributive property to show that this pattern is true for other products that have 2 and 4 as a factor? You can show that this is true with other facts, such as 4 times 9 is equal to 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9 is equal to 18 plus 18 is equal to 36. Now you know how to use the distributive property to explain patterns in the multiplication chart.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, we'll be back to the last part of our lesson. Look at the highlighted rows of numbers multiplied by 2 or 4. What pattern do you see across the rows? We can see that the rows of 2 always have even numbers, and the rows of 4 always have even numbers too. And we can see also that products of 4 factor, the product of 4 factor is the double of the products of 2 factor. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.